over the last 2 years you could see some fantastic builds that I did come up with. And all of the fits that you see here are being used in PvP or PvE or whatever I like to do in this game. Now, there is one aspect of the game that I haven't been playing much, and for today I decided to take a look at that. Now, here I have a Balgorn. As you all know, the Balgorn is practically my favorite ship at the moment. The Balgorn has been through a lot. So, let me show you the build for a moment. 82.29 DPS, that's actually pretty amazing. So this Balgorn is a little bit different. This Balgorn is built for something different, for something else. And this is the ending result. As you could see, the primary weapons are now mining lasers, while the rest of the fit is practically the same. Same low slot modules and same mid slot modules. 82.29 DPS, that's enough to scare a nightmare, I'm pretty sure. As for the rigs, I haven't changed much. This is the rig setup that I have on the Balgorn. That's the combat rigs, and these are the engineering rigs, again made to fully take advantage of the very powerful mining lasers that can scare off a dreadnought at the moment, or probably will give a lot of other things. But this is the current build setup on this Balgorn that I use for practically everything. 114.2% cap stability. It is too stable. Practically nothing can deplete the capacitor on a Balgorn, and you could see how much capacitor it has. The recharge time almost 1000 seconds. That's pretty good, although the recharge time with the Nosferatu is very quickly. 82.29 drone DPS. The laser DPS is over 9000. It's practically unlimited. So that means any ship that you shoot with the mining lasers instantly evaporate, and they turn into minerals. They turn into not into wrecks, but into the things that is being used to produce ships, into minerals. 32.75 kilometer range, 34.1 second cycle time on the lasers. And excuse me for using the multi-window there. I have to take a look at the different system that I'm at. While I record this, I'm also hunting at the same time. Very good, useful little thing to have a second floating window that you can run the second account on. The cargo space, 1350 square meters. That's actually pretty good, although that's pretty good, but you have other ships with a better cargo capacity. Let me just scroll down to the space pen and to the space blender. The space pen has 1330 square meters cargo space. That's okay, a little bit less than the Balgorn. And now let's take a look at the space blender. Yeah, the space blender has a little bit more cargo space. Okay. The Rattlesnake, the Dominix has almost 2000. Hyperion has a little bit over 2000. Okay, the Hyperion is actually the best candidate for this. Let's see. Let me just first go back into the good old Balgorn. Alright, there we go. Time to jump into this ship. Alright, everything should be set and ready. So it will be time to see how lethal this ship is. Let's see if this Balgorn can do anything actually. So our first target is this asteroid. The asteroid has been tackled. The asteroid well, doesn't have a point on them, but it is an asteroid, so they can't warp away even if they try to. I found out that you can't group the mining lasers for some reason, so I just have to use them like this. It should have a lot of DPS. That's practically infinite DPS on this ship, and the asteroid is taking hull damage. The asteroid is at around 70% hull. Well, looks like my cargo already full. Well, that's interesting. I guess this asteroid will be lucky. The Balgorn did not manage to shoot down this asteroid. Well then, that means time to take the spacepan out. I think the spacepan should do a little bit more DPS, you know, a little bit more unlimited DPS. This is, yeah, everything is set and ready. The powerful, very lethal mining lasers are installed. This time I have points and scramblers, of course target painters, because I have to increase the signature of the asteroid. Let me just do this on the secondary window, and let me put that over here. You know, just to have a good eye on what's happening there, on local and stuff, while I go and tackle another rock. Well, looks like these rocks here are waiting for me. Look at that. Look at that fleet that they have. Well then, let's quickly go and tackle the asteroid. The medium micro drive definitely gives a decent speed boost to the Barghest. The rock has been pointed. The rock will be scrambled in a moment. You know, have to make sure that they don't warp away. And now time to open fire. There we go. I set some nice DPS right here. Definitely higher DPS than on the Balgorn. Well then, the first PvP Barghest. A little bit weird PvP, but still, you know. Actually, it's PvR. Player versus rock, and in this case works pretty well. That's a very tanky rock. Let me go in the good old 0 kilometer orbit, and the drone is also shooting at the rock. Excellent. Target painters are up and running. The rock is already into hull. That was quick. The rock is going to take a lot of hull damage there. Although I have to admit, this looks actually very nice. Look at all the different asteroids that are floating around. The asteroid density is actually pretty good in this game. They did a fantastic job on the graphics, and that's me being legit this time. The graphics are absolutely amazing. And the frame rate is also pretty good. I run two games at the same time on maximum settings, and both of them run pretty well. Well, that rock is in some serious trouble. They are at around 75% hull. I am orbiting with the spacepan at 0 kilometers. The rock doesn't seem to have a lot of weapons. They are not doing any damage to my spacepan. So far, a very easy target for today. Honestly, might be the easiest target ever since I played this game. In 2 years' time, absolutely 100% the easiest target that I've ever had. There we go, doing some damage on the rock. They are losing hull. Alright. Well, then my cargo is full. That means I have to hijack some of that. Alright, there we go, nice. My internet not the best today, as you all already expected. The rock at around 65% hull, and of course the rock doesn't have anywhere to go. Those mining lasers are doing some serious damage. I'm starting to prefer lasers in the Barghest instead of missiles. That's actually Yeah, I might actually roll the Barghest from now on with lasers. That's actually a pretty good idea. That's a fantastic idea. Obviously, way better DPS than with missiles. With missiles, I couldn't even scratch the hull of that rock. But with lasers, as you can see, the rock is going down. A little bit of hull left. The drones do a lot of damage. The drones are actually doing a fantastic work on the hull of that rock. And of course the target painters help to track and of course to increase the couple kilometer long big signature of that rock, and as you can see it works really well. I'm also pretty sure the capacitor of that rock is also depleted. They did run like 1 or 2 cycles on the hull repair, but that did not help much. Not quite sure how they capped themselves, but they did, so that's weird. Okay, let me eject some of that. Okay, that will work. Excellent. 5% hull left. I think this should be the last cycle on the lasers. That was a good fight, by the way. A very good fight. Honestly, literally the best fight that I've ever had, and of course the most exciting one at that. Easiest kill ever. There we go. The rock has been destroyed. Nice. Well, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rocks. Well then, let's do some PvP in the Nestor. I mean, PVR with the Nestor. So the Nestor has 4 mining lasers. That's my primary target. Let's go and quickly tackle the rock. Let's go tackle the rock. Drones are out. Let's use the Nosferatu to deplete the capacitor of the rock. Okay, there we go. Drones are out. Lasers are firing. This is a very quick Nestor, by the way. Very quick little boat. I mean, space blender. That's the Nestor, a space blender. 658.34 DPS on the space blender. Very nice. That's around 7.5 times greater than the Balagorn and the Barghest. Well, who would have guessed? The mining lasers do actually some serious damage on this ship. That's surprising. Okay, rock obviously tackled. And now I'm working my way through the hull of the rock. The shield and armor of the rock did go down very quickly. The rock did not stand a chance against the mighty space bender. The shield and armor on the rock are super easy. They have exactly 0 HP. So easy in fact that you don't even need to do damage to deplete the armor and shield on that faction ship. Well, a very odd looking faction ship as well. Never seen a ship like that. Although, as you can see, they are amazing hull tanks. Hull tank needs to be nerfed actually. Hull tank is OP, as you can see. Look at my beautiful DPS and look at that scary hull tank. That's actually crazy how tanky that thing is. Although, I have to admit, the rock has exactly 0 DPS as well. So I guess they are kinda balanced. They take a lot of damage, but they don't do any damage. And again, I have to admit, the surrounding area looks pretty damn good. This is some screenshot material right here. The Space Blender, definitely one of the prettiest and weird looking ships. You know, I think my armor repairs are kinda useless because, well, I'm not taking any damage to repair any damage. But, you know, just in case if anything happens, just in case if the other rocks decide to jump me, I have to have my armor repairers up and running. So 2 armor repairers on this ship is actually more than enough. Well, this rock absolutely dominating with the whole tank. Looks like this rock is extra tanky at 65-70% hull. And well, the damage, yeah, they definitely have a lot more hull resistance on these lasers. The mining lasers do 100% EM damage. They also do 100% thermal damage. They also do 100% kinetic and 100% explosive. You might be wondering, how the hell does a laser do kinetic and explosive damage? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. But yeah, they do kinetic damage and explosive somehow. I don't know. Don't look at me. I'm just, you know, stating facts here. So yeah, they do kinetic and explosive. Even better than the other lasers. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. After a long fight, I have to admit, good GG to that rock. They have a fantastic hull tank. Best hull tank that I've seen in my life. And well, they are still holding at 40% hull or 30% hull. I don't know. Might even be 45% at this moment. The capacitor on the rock is, well, depleted. I mean, what's there to deplete? They have exactly 0 capacitor, although the hull repairers also take 0 capacitor to, you know, to run. So I guess it's actually pretty balanced. And the rock did hold out incredibly well against the space blender. I did cycle my lasers a little bit awkwardly, as you can see. 3 are cycled in a normal order, while that second one a little bit underperforming. Not quite sure why that's happening, but yeah, that's happening for some reason. That one laser is a cheap one, while the other 3 are quite expensive. By quite expensive, they costed me exactly 1 million ISK, while the second one cost me exactly 1 million ISK as well. Okay, that's weird. Well, I guess PVR is not my thing. As you can see, I suck at this. Yeah, I'm not good at this at all. Oh my god. Other players are definitely way ahead of me in this. It took me 30 minutes to destroy that one rock. Well, that's kinda awkward. Let me do this. Okay, nice. The rock is at last bit of hull left. What an exciting fight. My drones did amazingly well. Those faction drones or Mark 9 drones that I'm using are scary. They do some very good damage. That rock took exactly 0 damage throughout the whole fight. Impressive. Just a little bit more, and I also took exactly 0 damage on my space blender. As expected. Everything chill over here. Looks like, yeah, everything is chill. Nothing new happening here. Although, let me just do this and let me close the little window. Oh man, if they knew what I was doing while camping there, they would be laughing. Oh, and yeah, the rock was destroyed. Nice. Well, I call that a victory. 2 kills and 0 losses. Well, impressive. That was actually pretty good. Best PVR that I've had in my life. Well then, hope that you enjoyed this little April Fool special. Trust me, it was, oh man, it was kind of difficult not to laugh, but I tried my best to sound as serious as possible. And well, with that being said, hope that you had a good laugh, hope that you enjoyed, and with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.